Hi, I'm Kay from Ming Makes, and in this video I'll be showing you how to sew a buttonhole without using the buttonhole foot or the automatic setting on your machine, but just using a zigzag stitch with a normal foot. This came about through my own buttonhole foot or setting not working anymore, but I was desperate to complete my Saguaro set trousers from the Friday Pattern Company, which requires 2 buttonholes for the drawstring. Here is how I did it. Mark the buttonhole on your fabric. This has been interfaced on the back. I like to use the Prim Aqua Trick markers in blue and white as they show up very clearly and just need a dab of water to remove. I am marking this freehand, but obviously you'll be copying this from your pattern. Select the zigzag stitch on your machine. In my case, it's stitch number 8. You will be using 2 stitches with different settings, one for the bartack at either end of the buttonhole and another for the 2 sides. For the bartack, select a wide stitch with short stitch length. I chose stitch width 6 and length 0.2, which is the shortest I can go to on my machine. If you can get to 0, that's even better. Sew the bartack at the top of the buttonhole. This is the opposite way to a buttonhole foot, which will start at the bottom. Sew a few stitches here, and then leave the needle down on the left side of the stitch. Then change the stitch settings to one with a small width and slightly longer length. I chose stitch width 2 and length 0.4. Turning the hand wheel towards you, move towards the next stitch until you see the needle starting to come down but not yet into the fabric. Raise the presser foot and gently move the fabric so that the needle is in line with the right side of the stitch you've just sewn. Lower the presser foot and then the needle, which should now be on the right side of the buttonhole. Now sew down the side of your buttonhole until you get to the bottom. Once you're there, leave the needle down on the left side of the stitch. Change your settings back to the bartack stitch you did at the top. In my case, width 6 and length 0.2. Again, turn the hand wheel towards you until you see the needle coming down on the right side, but not yet into the fabric. Raise the presser foot and gently move the fabric so the needle is in line with the right side of the stitch you've just sewn. Lower the presser foot and then the needle, which should be on the right side of the buttonhole. Sew a few stitches for the lower bartack, and then leave the needle down on the left side of the stitch. Change your settings back to the buttonhole side stitch, in my case width 2 and length 0.4. Leaving your needle in the fabric, raise the presser foot and turn your fabric around to sew the last side. Turn the hand wheel towards you until the needle starts to come down on the right side of the stitch, but not yet into the fabric. Raise the presser foot and move your fabric again so the needle lines up with the right side of the bartack. Lower the presser foot and the needle. Now sew down the last side, trying not to get too close to the stitches on the other side. Backstitch once you get to the end. And here's the finished result. If you've used an Aqua Trick marker, remove the marks with a dab of water before applying any fray stop or fray check, in case it makes it more difficult to remove the marks. I hope you found that useful. I'm considering making this my go-to method for buttonholes as it gives a lot of control, and on occasion my automatic buttonhole hasn't quite finished sewing the last side. Links to my website and blog on mingmakes.com are in the show notes below. Let me know how you get on in the comment section. Click like if you found this useful and subscribe for more video content.